Okay, good morning everyone.
Morning.
So I am Florian Philippine and I am the second reporter for this morning, and my assigned topic is all about source and guide of subject. When we say source or guide of subject, let's say for example, no, if I love nature, no? As I love nature, no, so I can do whatever I want in nature. So I can do uh, landscape or seascape. So let's say for example, so the source of my artwork, which is yung nature, which is yung saan galing yung ipinipinta ko. Like, and kind of subject, which is yung artwork ko na seascape or landscape. And there are too many ways an artist can find inspiration and conditional or his or her ideas such as this code. Okay, everybody read.
Sources of subject.
Nature,
History, Greek and Roman mythology, Judeo-Christian tradition, sacred oriental texts, other works of art.
so, I said, katulad ng sinasabi ko kanina, no, which is yung source is nature, history, and Greek and Roman mythology. And Judeo-Christian tradition and sacred oriental text. And we have also a kind of subject. Okay, everybody read.
Kinds of subject. History, still life, animals, figures, nature, landscape, seascape, cityscape, mythology, myth, dreams, fantasies.
And we have this is the artwork of Vincent van Gogh in 1890s, which is the Ebenholm overs or 12 near overs. What can you observe in this artwork?
It is a landscape.
Okay, it is a landscape. So what do you think Vincent van Gogh make this artwork?
He loves nature.
Okay, so Vincent van Gogh drew this artwork because he loves nature. So, okay, everybody read.
One artist who was attuned
With nature was Vincent van Gogh. He saw art and nature as inseparable, often finding solace and happiness in taking in working in the middle of
unspoiled fields and painting from landscapes. In a letter to his brother Leo, he wrote, "If I feel no love for nature and my work, then I would be unhappy." Van Gogh, 1882.
Like I said kanina, no? Sinabi ko kanina yung which is yung source of subject, which is yung kung ano yung let's say for example yung nature, which is yung source of subject, and example of kind of subject, which is yung ano yung ginawa na artwork mo, like say for example seascape or landscape. Let's say for example si Vincent van Gogh, he loves nature, which is yung source of subject, and kind of subject, which is yung ginawa ng artwork na landscape. So, according pa ni Vincent van Gogh, kung hindi niya, if I feel no love for nature and me would be, I would be unhappy. So, sabi pa niya na kung hindi niya gusto yung pagpipinta o yung nature, siya ay magiging malungkutin. Okay, we have also the artwork of John Van Gessel in early 1960s. So, which is chopper and woodlight and other insects.
There are different types of insects.
So it's types of insect, no? So what do you think John Van Gisel drew out make this artwork?
I love insect.
Do you think John Van Gisel love insect?
Oh, maybe
Okay, that's fine.
maybe interested siya.
Okay, everybody read.
Breaking nature into smaller parts is John Van Gisel Taylor,
Who did numerous still-lives and small-scale, highly detailed studies and scientific illustration of flowers, insects, shells, fruits, garland, and bouquets.
Okay, what do you think John Van Gisel drew this artwork?
He drew that for scientific illustration.
Okay. So John Van Gisel drew this artwork because she want to learn about the insect and flowers, no? And what do you think is the source of this artwork?
Insects.
because of studies.
Because she wants to study about insect and nature. Who did it nature? And what do you think is the kind of subject?
And kind of subject. Yes. Mga insects.
Next, we have also in our own also on artwork, which is artwork of Fernando Amorsolo in 1937 and Fabian de la Rosa. Okay, what have you observed in the first picture?
It's all about people.
Yes, Alina.
As what I have observed in the picture is that a woman, a man and woman, or people na nag-harvest sila of fruits, and the second one is kanang planting the rice.
Okay, very good. Give big claps for our Celine. Okay, what do you think is the source of this artwork?
Financial.
It's about the daily living of people.
Yes.
Okay, we will know that later. So, in the second artwork, what do you think is the source of this artwork?
It's a sale.
Farming.
Farming.
Okay, everybody read.
The artist Amorsolo created this artwork to show off the true value of Filipinos. They are hardworking yet happy of what they are doing. It was to also make the world aware about the true Filipina beauty. Overall, this painting was intended to show Filipinos' characteristic glue.
Okay, what do you think Fernando Amorsolo paint this artwork?
The beauty of Filipina.
Okay, it is ito ang simbolo ng pagiging kung dito na sila kung ano ang kanilang ginagawa ng mga
Sipag.
Pilipinos. What do you think is the source of this artwork?
The source is the
Okay, it is all
stellage.
about yung ginagawa gusto niya yung mga ginagawa ng Pilipino, which is yung hardworking at masaya na sila sa kanilang ginagawa. What do you think is the kind of subject, which is the
Women.
fruit picker? Fruit picker and watermelon. And the second one, okay, everybody read.
De La Rosa's paintings often depict rural scenes in the Philippines, showcasing the country's beauty and its people way of life. His painting Woman Working in a Rice Field, which sold for $10,319 at auction, is an excellent example of his focus.
Now, what do you think? What is the source of Fabian de la Rosa painting?
Farming.
Source
way of living.
Okay, the source of subject which is the way of kung ano yung mga ginagawa sa
Ng mga Pilipino.
rural areas na ginagawa nila na culture para sa kung ano ang kanilang pamumuhay. And what do you think is the
Rice field.
kind of subject? Okay, it's yung women in the rice field. And we have also Greek and Roman. What? Who has an idea about the Greek and Roman mythology?
It's all about the goddesses. Gods.
In this case, we are going to malalaman natin kung ano yung source and kind of subject sa kanilang mga artworks. Okay, everybody read?
Greek and Roman mythology featured heroic episodes, warnings, and cunning deities. Artists inspired by literature created faces for these deities using various art forms like wall paintings, frescoes, busts, statuaries, and ceramics. Their tragic fates were as tragic as human ones.
Okay, what can you observe in this first thing? Is
Sta-
it a sculpture or painting?
It's a statue.
What do you think Meron
Disco Bulobos.
what do you think Meron paint out do this artwork?
I think it's an Olymp.
It's not. Okay, everybody read?
The Discobolos of Myron is a Greek sculpture that represents a youthful ancient Greek athlete poised as if ready to spin around the discus.
So ginawa ni Meron todo dahil ito ay nare-representa sa athletic na dating ng sa Greek, which is yung paghagis na ng
Discus.
sa
Des.
this. And what do you think is the source of this artwork? Source of artwork?
Isa.
Okay, yeah. So the source of artwork, which is the Greek and Roman mythology. And the kind of artwork, which is the sculpture na yung ihahagis na yung this.
The.
And everybody read?
Ay, mana.
Now, what can have you observed in this artwork?
It's a chapel
A chapel.
full of paintings or drawings.
Baby Jesus Christ.
Okay, everybody read?
The Judeo-Christian tradition, rooted in monotheism, had a significant influence on Western civilization, particularly in art. This tradition involved various styles and techniques, including paintings, frescoes, church architecture, sarcophagus, icons, vestment, tapestry, illuminated manuscripts, and sacred scriptures. Michelangelo's intricate fresco, commissioned by Pope Julius II, spans from 1508 to 1512.
Okay, the source of this artwork, which is yung Greek and Roman mythology na yung story and kind of artwork, which is the Sistine Chapel na as you can see, no, makikita na natin dito lahat. Mayroon na dito ang sculpture, mayroon na din dito nandito na din yung painting. Now let's move to India. Okay, everybody read this.
India's miniature paintings, a blend of literature and sacred texts, were rooted in Vedic texts like Upanishad, Puranas, and Mahabharata and Ramayana. These small, stylized, and high pictorial works aim to foster devotion and ethical observance through heroic narratives. Some artists included verse from the epics in their cartouches.
What have you observed in this artwork?
It's like a coronation. Coronation of...
Okay, Yara?
I think based on the picture, I think that is that picture shows the royalty of India or matod sa ila ang kanang king gano'n.
Okay, this is
From Mahabharata and Ramayana.
okay, Brother.
Imperial Mughal portraits from the reign of Emperor Shah Jahan were designed to proclaim the glory of his sovereignty.
So, ang artwork na ito ay nagrepresenta na ito yung
Coronation. Coronation.
pagpasa ng trono ng kanyang ama no, sa kanyang anak na wala ipasa ninyo yung trono yung which is yung siya na yung nagiging king, which is yung so si Mughal ito yung kanyang ama which is siya yung nagpasa ng trono sa kanyang anak na si Shah Jahan. And let's move to Spanish. Okay, everybody read.
During the Spanish colonial period in the Philippines,
Art was primarily used to propagate religion and assist Catholic ministry. The opening of the Suez Canal and the growth of the export economy in agriculture led to the rise of middle class, resulting in a demand for commissioned portraits. Artists like Simon Flores, Justiniano Asuncion, and Antonio Malantic became prominent portraitists through intricate and adornments. The subjects and translation of artwork were dictated by patrons, highlighting the influence of Spanish colonial influences on Philippine art.
As we know naman no, dati, nung sinakop tayo ng mga Espanyol is, meron silang na inibigay nila man sa atin na kwan. Like say, for example, marami silang mga ginawa ng mga sculpture, mga painting, which is, and dati, tayo mga Pilipino, pinapakayag natin yung mga salaubsin natin dati through painting, which is yung ano yung mga ginagawa ng mga Espanyol sa atin noon, yung mga karasan, kung gano'n tayo pinamagtrato ng mga Espanyol noon. Okay, what have you observed in this picture?
It's like a firing squad.
Where am I seeing? It was like a graceful function.
Okay, it's fine. Okay, everybody read.
Execution was indiscriminate killing of civilians by French soldiers in reprisal for a guerrilla attack the previous day. Goya's painting of the massacre, which shows terrified civilians facing a firing squad, was intended to arouse anger and hatred on the part of Spanish viewers.
So this artwork is nagrepresenta ito noon kung ano ang ginagawa ng mga Espanyol sa atin dati noon. Like say, for example, nakikita nyo ngayon nakaputi, no? Yung nakaputi kahit na sumusuko na sila ay binalit pa rin yung kanyang samahan. For example, no? Yung mga Espanyol nakasutok pa rin yung mga baril nila. What do you think is the source of this artwork?
History.
Okay, this This story is the source of this artwork. What do you think is the kind of artwork?
Kind of artwork.
It is the
Di Mayo.
Mamayo